Hey, my lovelies. Welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Daily Vibration. So if you are new to the channel, I want to welcome you. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to say welcome back. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me throughout the years. I know I have been on a long break, but that just means that I have plenty of download and plenty of information that I can share with you guys, because I definitely took some time to sit with the spirit as I was on a break. So welcome. So this is our second week back, and today we are doing the daily vibration for 8/23/2022, vibrating on the number 1. If you're adding up the month, the day, and the year. If you're only adding up the day, we are vibrating on the number 5, right? So keeping in mind that energy is fluid. So whenever you click on this video, if the message resonates and it vibrates, you want to go ahead and keep what you need. And if it doesn't, leave what you don't, and maybe shelf what you don't understand in case you got to circle back, right? So happy Tuesday to you guys. How y'all feeling today? Now, you need to know that Tuesdays are ruled by Mars, so there's a lot of passionate energy in the atmosphere, but there's also a lot of aggressive energy in the atmosphere. Not to mention that we have now moved over into Virgo season, right? So we're full-fledged in Virgo season, and what you guys do need to know, that 6th house energy. So we are talking about things that keep you enslaved. We're talking about your maybe injuries, so you do want to be mindful of how you're moving. Check your health, check in with your doctor, maybe start being a little bit more active. Okay, Virgos can also deal with your enemies, okay, or your enemies, okay. Now in Virgo season, this is all about your health and your well-being as we're moving throughout the energy for the rest of Virgo, right? Virgo is a negative polarity, which means that it is more magnetic than electric, which means it receives more. All right, and it can also be very analytical energy, and sometimes a little discriminative, or maybe a little overly critical or too judgmental. So you want to be mindful of that as you're moving throughout this month of Virgo season. All right, it is an earth element, and it is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is the planet of communication, right? And it also rules the digestive part of the body. Right? So if you are having problems with your digestion, you may want to sit and analyze things and work on what works in this season and what doesn't, and what you can let go and what can stay, right? I'm sorry, y'all. I am so sorry. I feel like after my sinus surgery, it's still like healing internally. So y'all gonna hear me coughing, and so I apologize about that. Now let's move on over to what's going on just with the numbers today, right? Then we're going to jump into the full-fledged reading. So energetically today, vibration with the month, the day, and the year, we're at the number 1. So that could be new beginnings. That can also be your ego, very masculine energy, right? It can also be energy that's assertive in the atmosphere today. You can tap into that. Now, the flip side to that energy is people are not working on their shit today, including you, okay? Because it's a choice of what energy you want to tap into, right? You can find lack of emotions and maybe aggression today, right? And we do know we're in Tuesday. Tuesdays are ruled by Mars, right? And bit of an arrogance and maybe even forceful energy in the atmosphere. So you want to be mindful of that as you're moving throughout the day. I also want to talk about the number 0, because I haven't really been talking about the number 0 at all. And we're in 2022, right? So the number 0 is between the 2s here. And 0 is that God force energy. It's really all thing and maybe no thing, right? It is where all things reside and where all things die and go back to, okay? So it's what you would call nothingness, or what they would call dark matter. You know, a lot of what they're calling, maybe even you can call it melanin, okay? So if we're looking at 0 from the metaphysical aspect of things, that's where you will place the number 0. It is all and nothing at all. It is everywhere and yet nowhere, right? 0, when it is incorporated with any number that it is next to, is really about amplifying that energy or that number, right? And it magnifies it. So it amplifies the energy and it magnifies it, right? Now, I want to say there's a flip side to that zero also. If you are not doing the work, okay, there's a flip side to everything, just like there is two sides to a coin. You can find that there's a lack of oneness and a lack of wholeness, but it's still going to magnify and amplify things. It may not just be on the positive aspect of things. It could be in a lower, more energetic experience of things. Okay, so be mindful of that as you're moving throughout the day. Now, we do have the Ouroboros popping up here today. All right, this is card number 34 for my Martian deck. So this energy for the collective today is definitely talking about that infinite energy. Right, we just talked about that energy with zero. This energy, when you popping up, is representing the balance of your yin and your yang. Right, so we're talking about the feminine and masculine energy here. We're talking about this card also represents your inner and your outer world, being able to balance both of those worlds, okay? Paying attention to your cycles is going to be important today. So when I say paying attention to cycles, pay attention to what's being repeated today in your experience, okay? Because there should be some type of completion coming up with this energy. Now, the flip side to this card today, if you're not operating doing your work, right? You can feel like you're moving backwards instead of going forwards. You can feel like there's no progression, or you can feel like you're running out of time, like there's not enough time to complete things, all right? So you do want to be mindful because accompanying this energy, which is telling you to pay attention to your cycles and balance things, right? As well as this is a season of completion. You can find today, Spirit is asking you to be diligent. Right? Use wisdom today as you're moving throughout the day, right? Because people are going to be projecting. I've been saying this for the past week and a half now. There's a lot of heavy projection in the atmosphere, especially now that we swap over into Virgo season. What you can find is people can be very critical, maybe of you, or critical of a situation that really doesn't have anything to do with you per se, but they're more not dealing with their own internal turmoil, okay? So you want to keep in mind, though, that the moon is in Cancer, so you're going to find a lot of emotional energy going on with that Cancerian energy. You can even find and be mindful that there could be some bickering among siblings or family. So be mindful to ground yourself and utilize wisdom. Be diligent in the things that you want to move in today, right? And I really want to say this, because this is important. You're going to have to kind of like fortify your mind not to sit in what people limit you to do, or maybe even limit how you should get things done, or how quickly things should be done and wrapped up in your life, or maybe how quickly a situation can be resolved. Sometimes it's not so much that you don't want to resolve a situation, but it's more so that the planets are doing something funky and it's just taking a little longer because of the cycles and the transits that we're going through, right? So you want to continue to have faith in your dreams as you're moving forward. And for some of you, this is literally your dreams. You've been having dreams and vision. For some of you, the dreams are more long planning your goals, the things that you want to accomplish, okay? But have faith, right? You want to have faith, and keeping in mind you're paying attention to cycles today. What's repeating itself in your experience today is one of the things that you do want to pay attention to, okay? So now as we're moving throughout the day today, right, we're going to take a look at what people are thinking, what people are feeling, and really what people are doing in this energy, right? And it's up to you to make that change and to stay, I want to say, in a place where you're not allowing outer interference to come in and dictate how you should solve your own internal problems, okay? So you want to be mindful of that, all right? You want to be very, very mindful of that. Okay, so today, there's an energy of unconditional love that people really need to put into their thinking today. There's a lot of maybe being able to receive. I want to say even unwanted criticism today. Take a look at the unwanted criticism today, especially if it's coming from multiple people, right? Or you may have to give unwanted criticism today, right? And this person may get placed in a position today where they have to go within and they have to take a look at themselves, because it may not be the first time that you're told about this particular aspect of yourself, or you may not be the only person that has told this person about this particular aspect of themselves. Okay, so we got some stuff going on here. We do have the death card popping up here with transformation. So this is a death card. This is Scorpio's energy. This is all about transformation. But we also have popping up here the Four of Pentacles showing up in reverse, right? When the Four of Pentacles shows up in reverse, it's really not a fair situation. This means that either somebody is in a position where they're getting rid of some selfish aspect of their experience, which whether that may be maybe the way that you treat people, or maybe the way that you allow people to treat you, right? It's shedding the old shit so you can move into the new. All right. This can also be you being able to step into a place where you're looking more closely of who you give to, right? And who's given back to you. Now, for some people, because this is the Pentacles energy, this could be financial, but for other people, it could just be support in whatever manner that comes out, right? It's time for you to be able to ask yourself the question, and you want to think before acting, right? Because you are going through some type of transformation in your thinking today, or there is some type of transformation happening in your thinking today, okay? So I want to say this. Life in all and in totality, right? Within all of the changes that you have to go through, if you're not practicing some type of unconditional love towards yourself and towards others, right? You're not going to see a change. You're not going to see a change. You're not. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to send that text. Okay. Remember how I talked about unconditional love should be in your thought process today? Not giving up. Working diligently. Remember paying attention to the cycles. You do have throat chakra energy showing up on the board today, so you may have to have those uncomfortable situations today. So you may be in your head thinking about what you can say, or how you could say something, or what should be said, or you may be in your head replaying something that may have been said. The sun energy is popping up here. You know, the sun is ruled by Leo, so this could be dealing with your confidence, your ego, right? You may be needing to master yourself is one of the things that you will have to pay attention to here in this energy, right? Now, you do have here this popping up with it's energy. You do have this popping up here with Leo's energy too. This is throat chakra energy. I don't know, y'all. I kind of feel like somebody have changed drastically in how they think, or they've been perceiving something. See, healing energy. I feel like something has changed drastically, and somebody is finally being vocal about that change, or being vocal about not changing. All right. Yeah. Because whatever this energy is, it could have been something I feel that's been bothering you emotionally. right? And you finding a place that you don't want any more anxiety from this. We do have the Four of Pentacles showing up here again. Yep. And it's showing up again in reverse. Letting go of old people, letting go of the things that no longer serve you. Letting go of old people, letting go of the things that no longer serve you, not holding on to things anymore. Wanting fairness in your exchanges. And I kind of feel like for some of y'all, like y'all had to go back to school and it's like, did you not learn the lesson the last time? Even if it was a different face, but the same experience, like, did you not learn the lesson last time? This could have taken you back to school. We do have Sakura Chakra popping up here. So we're talking about relationships, emotions, and the change that needs to happen within those relationships. We're also talking about right here, you can also see Mars's energy. Passion, protection. This could be aggression. This could be a lot of argumentative energy also, right? Then you also have showing up here Gemini's energy. So if Gemini is all about how you think and what you're communicating, and you got Mars showing up here, and you have a Sakura Chakra, somebody's letting go. They don't want to be, you're not going to be, nah, they're not doing this emotional dance with you anymore, right? You have wake up. Somebody woke up. Somebody don't want to be sitting in the negative place anymore. They're done. And this is just emotionally. So that for the collective, a lot of people don't want to be in the same emotional space anymore. And I want to say this. This does not necessarily mean that they're planning on doing the work. Some people are going to be doing the work, and some people are just not. They're just tired of the argument. You're not giving them what they want. Or they're not giving you what they want. Have faith is popping up again. This showed up in the beginning, remember? With the overall energy. And it kind of feels like this energy, you were hesitant to move forward for a while. Yeah. This could be somebody you love, or you may be giving up something that you love, and there may have been a hesitation or some type of pause. You may not have been speaking your truth for a little while, right? Yep. This could have been something around money too, right? Because the action, you know, what people are doing on the people's action right here, whatever change you decided to have made, this could be in a position where it's working, where it's either going to cause you maybe to have to adjust for a little while, or it's going to cause somebody to struggle, right? So whatever changes somebody may have made, you may find that you may have speak your truth, and now somebody have to make some type of change themselves. You got the Knight of water popping up here, but it's popping up in reverse. Or the Knight of Cups popping up in reverse. So somebody's moving maybe with their money like they can't trust, or they don't trust. And this doesn't necessarily have to be a person. This can be like you're not trusting the economy, you're not trusting whatever the case may be. But somebody's making preparations, or somebody feel like they've lost enough, right? I kind of really feel like this could be somebody dealing with something where you trusted somebody, or you trust that you was going to do something kind or lend, or somebody may have borrowed something. This could have been money. For some people, this could be you losing your job, and that's why it's telling you not to give up, to have faith. This energy could be very emotional energy, moody energy. There could be a little bit of jealousy here too. So you do want to pay attention to that. All right. You do want to pay attention to that. Trust your animal guides, you know, if you have animal guides, or pay attention to, like, if you keep seeing like a bluebird or a red robin, or, you know, butterflies, the same color butterflies, you want to go ahead and trust those messages coming in. Maybe look up what the universe is trying to show you, or trying to teach you. I think for some people, you have followed this situation down the rabbit hole long enough, and this is an opportunity that's being presented to you, maybe to take the out, or have the out that you need. Some people may have been looking for an out. Yep, time to move on, time to close the deal. Closure. And sometimes you wait for closure, but you need to be able to give closure to yourself. Let go. So your actions today, there may be some type of hesitation, like I feel, because somebody took you to school, or you would have had to go back to school, this experience. Whatever this experience was, it could have been something that caused you anxiety, caused you a little nervousness, and it could be around money, right? Either something borrowed from you, or someone losing their job, you know? And for one particular person, I feel like there's some type of expense that popped out of anywhere, and you did not plan for this expense. So this could have been a little nerve-wracking. And maybe somebody said that they were going to help, and then turned around and said they're not going to help, right? So there's something maybe around money, and there may be a little bit of anxiety around the finances to get something done, right? So you want to be able to pay attention to that. Or some of you may have the finances to get something done, but the problem is finding the person, or finding the right way, or how to go about getting whatever it is done, okay? So you need to pay attention as you're moving throughout the day-to-day. Breathe. Take the time to breathe. Don't get caught up in that feeling like you're by yourself, you're lonely. There's energy here where it's saying that you're not trusting the process. You may be moving in some type of insecurity. You don't want to act when you're feeling insecure, right? I mean, sometimes you do have to take actions because you have no choice. So you got to take actions right away. But if you're in a situation where you do have to take action right away, you definitely want to stop and breathe before you do so. Okay? So we do have popping up on here as far as manifestation, the earth realm, grounding yourself. So this is after you've thought about it, after you have felt a certain way about it, after you have acted upon it. We're now here with the outcome, the manifestation, the practical realm. This is also the realm of being able to ground yourself in this energy, right? So we do have showing up here the Ace of Wands in reverse, which means that all of this energy, maybe even with this back and forth, because you're really being asked to let some things go into heal. You need to know that either you or somebody else may not take this opportunity to heal. They may feel like they have wasted their time, right? May have feel like that was a wasted opportunity. We do have the Four of Wands popping up here. And the Four of Wands is showing that this could have been some type of partnership, some type of, this could be marriage. This could be some type of team project, some type of community, right? But you need to pay attention to your participation in this situation to see maybe where you could have or may not have paid attention to the one signs, right? We do have popping on up here crown chakra energy, which means where have you not been trusting your intuition as you have been moving throughout this energy? That's going to be key. Where have you not been trusting your intuition? You do have Sagittarius's energy popping up here with that bluntness. You also got Leo's energy popping up here. Then you also got Aries energy popping up here. I think I had called the other sign. Then you also got Aries energy popping up here. This was Capricorn's energy. I caught that wrong earlier. That was Capricorn's energy. You got to pay attention to this energy today, right? Because in the outer manifestation, you need to know that you got all 5 fire signs on here. Paying attention to your intuition, and maybe even how you respond to things is going to be important in this energy. It's going to be important in this energy, right? And it's going to be important in this energy because you are responsible for how you move. You are responsible for how you move. You're not responsible for how anybody else moves. You can't force somebody to do something. You cannot. You cannot force somebody to do something. Shit, you can't force anybody to do anything. So you need to be mindful of that. You cannot force anybody to do anything. Okay? Crown chakra is popping up here. Pay attention to your intuition. Sagittarius's energy could be blunt. Leo's energy could be ego-filled, right? Aries energy could be pushy because these energies are in reverse, okay? Especially if a person is not paying attention to maybe the role that they played and how this has now come about to what it is, okay? You may have to change quickly within this energy, do some self-correction. Trust. I want to say trust your feelings. And when I say trust your feelings, I mean trust your intuition, not so much your feelings per se, because your feelings are indicators, right? But you want to trust your intuition. Your feelings are supposed to indicate to you where you are so you can do a course correction if needed to. They're not meant for you to get caught up in your feelings and get stuck, okay? They're not meant for you to get caught up in your feelings and get stuck. Today can be a day of third-party interference and maybe even some temptation. You may be tempted not to see how you participated in the unfolding of what happened in this situation. But you need to take accountability for your part that you play so you can get to the next step and move to the next side in this energy, okay? So overall, my loves, today is saying be diligent, right? Pay attention to the cycles. Everything has cycles. Use wisdom today, all right? Pay attention to the cycles in your life. Have you experienced this before with a different face but the same energy? We are living in archetypal energy and everybody's interacting in one archetype or the next. Be mindful of that if you are moving throughout the day. It is going to be super important for you to know your truth, know who you are, love who you are. Regardless of what people think and feel about you, you need to be solid in how you think and feel about yourself, okay? All right, y'all. Be kind to yourself. Do something kind for yourself. Don't forget, I will be launching the new channel, Multi-Metaverse Oracle. That is coming up soon. I'll keep you guys posted on the exact date. I'm getting things together behind the scene. Not to mention, I have some new stuff coming on up on the channel, too. But I just jumped back into things. So I want to make sure that I'm organizing and scheduling things properly so I don't feel overloaded on my schedule like I did in the past, okay? Because I do have a lot of other stuff going on behind the scenes and I don't want to feel like I'm putting too much on my plate. So, with that being said, it's Tuesday, y'all. Go and do some kind for yourself. Go and love yourself. Go and forgive yourself. Go and accept yourself. Go on, right? You cannot be happy and sad at the same time. You are going to have to choose what frequency and vibration you want to live on. All right, so do something kind for yourself. Love yourself. And do something kind for other people. Not because they may necessarily deserve it, but just because you can, right? All right, I love and appreciate each and every one of you. I will see you guys in tomorrow's Daily Vibration. Happy Tuesday, my love, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, my loves.